Using server-side includes to include the contents of one file inside another is one of the most powerful features of PHP. Let's take a look at the advantages of server-side includes. One of the main ones is that all of the files are merged on the server, so it doesn't result in multiple requests from the browser. External files can contain just PHP code, HTML, or plain text. They can also contain a mixture of HTML and PHP. This makes it easy to reuse code by including files containing your own custom functions or one of the popular PHP frameworks. Server-side includes are also a great time saver when used for common web page elements such as header, footer, and navigation menu. Because each page uses the same external file, you can update a menu or other common element for the whole site by editing and uploading a single file. To include an external file, you use one of these four commands: include, include once, require, or require once. What's the difference between them? If you use either of the include commands, PHP attempts to continue processing the script even if the external file is missing or isn't readable. On the other hand, the two require commands stop processing the script if the external file isn't available, so require is being used in the sense of mandatory. The commands that end with once prevent the file from being included more than once. This is essential with files that contain function or class definitions, because attempting to redefine a function or class triggers a fatal error, bringing your script to a grinding halt. You need to be careful when using server-side includes to build web pages. The HTML should be valid after all the files have been merged. Think of using server-side includes like building a jigsaw. The include files should contain HTML fragments that, when finally pieced together, build a complete web page. The page shouldn't have multiple head and body elements. A useful strategy is to start with a static page, then cut and paste the HTML fragments to your include files. With server-side includes, the file name extension of the external files is unimportant. You can use any file name extension as long as the parent file is capable of processing PHP. Some developers like to use .inc to indicate that the file is intended to be used as a server-side include. However, most web servers treat .inc as plain text. That means sensitive content, such as passwords, could be exposed if the external file is stored inside the server's document root and accessed directly in a browser. It's more secure to use a double file name extension such as .inc.php or simply .php on its own. My preference is to use just .php and to store all external files in a dedicated folder. For even greater security, it's a good idea to store include files outside the server's document root. As long as the parent file is in the root folder, PHP can access files that are stored elsewhere and include them.